It is truly almost impossible to forecast a historic event, but we knew the storm last weekend was looking like a big one. So how did it come together?
Well, one of the important things that we do as meteorologists leading up to a snowstorm is to communicate with each other. We're always talking about the latest model trends and trying to put our minds together for the best possible consensus. Here now is a look at an actual phone conversation between Brett and Eric a couple of days. It was actually Tuesday before the blizzard of 2016.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, Brett. How's it going?
It's going to be one of those weeks, isn't it?
I need more coffee.
Did you find it interesting that, I mean, the GFS has gone bananas with this, but I don't, it's just been unwavering in the consistency in terms of timing and the fact that the East Coast is going to get some significant snow.
Well, one thing that I've looked at so far was the difference from the 6Z to the 0Z model runs. So I didn't quite get into the 12Z yet. By now, the NAM should at least show the position of the trough and the low digging before it starts lifting here towards us.
Here's what I don't like about the models. They are, you know, just bent on giving us this wraparound precipitation, this deformation zone after the low passes over the Delmarva. I don't know that I buy it.
When you look at some of the historical coastal storms, that direct east to west gradient that's going to be feeding a lot of moisture into us, that can produce 1 to 2 inch snowfall an hour rates. It's not going to be one of those storms that's going to sit and dump that could bring historic snow. I hate to use that term.
No, but I think you're right about that. I mean, this is definitely going to be a Friday night, Saturday daylight hours storm, and I think it shuts off by Saturday evening. But that being said, if you get 1 to 2 inch an hour rates because of the fetch coming in from the Atlantic Ocean, you could still be talking about, you know, 12 to 15 inches of snow. And then what our job is going to be heading into tomorrow and Thursday before this thing hits is, does that deformation wraparound snow happen?
All right, obviously, while we weren't dead on, we saw signs that a big storm was looming several days in advance. You saw that there in the package. Yeah. Later in the week, the guidance shifted the bullseye of moisture northward into south-central PA from that Washington, D.C. area initially.
And, of course, it did end up being historic. So since Harrisburg has never received 30-plus inches of snow, it was hard to predict this storm would be the all-timer. However, you certainly get a sense from watching our phone call there how serious we look over a lot of the data before the storm begins. Winter forecasting and snowfall numbers are the toughest part of our job, no doubt.
The blizzard pushed back this whole show, actually, by a week, and while we will have more beyond the forecast coming later this year, we aren't sure when, so stay tuned for that.
That's right. This program certainly a labor of love for the weather staff here, and we hope all of you weather weenies out there enjoyed. We will be working hard on more topics, as Ryan mentioned, so stay tuned later in 2016 for another edition. And in the meantime, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Hope you enjoyed this look at the behind-the-curtain view of how we forecast snowfall. Until next time, have a great night.